Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saki here, and welcome to the finale of American Truck Simulator Utah DLC. And we actually did find a job to Logan, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But the first thing that you may notice is we are in the brand new International Lone Star, and I souped it up as high as I can. It's a 605 horsepower engine, 18-speed Eaton Fuller transmission. And I put on all the chrome bells and whistles, blacked out the rims with some chrome lug nuts and hubs, and we are hauling destroyed cars, and we've got a double, as you can see back there. Where are we coming from? Well, you're going to be spending a lot of time with me today, because we are leaving out of Seattle, heading down through Yakima, Pendleton, Oregon, down the 395. That's going to be interesting. Through Burns, down to Winnemucca, over to Elko, through Arizona up here. Then we get through Salt Lake City, Ogden, and then finally up to Logan. So we've got a 1,000-mile journey. It's going to take 20 hours of driving to do. So let's get to it in no time like the present, and let's spend some time with this truck. Now, one thing that I don't like right away from the truck is you have to set the field of view really high to see your mirror on the left side. That's like my one big pet peeve on any truck that I drive, is I have to be able to see that left side mirror when I'm looking straight out of my peripheral. We got a little bit there with the bottom left mirror, but definitely not the full range of view that I am hoping for. The other thing is the information panel on the truck. When you cycle through, there is no dedicated cruise control set view. The cruise control setting is actually right above the wheel, and I can't zoom in, but you see our miles per hour there, dead center, 8 miles an hour. To the bottom right, there is a little 0, and that is where the cruise control number always is. I like seeing a real-time, like a larger number with the speed that I've set instead of having to squint. I'm getting old, my eyes are getting bad, although that might be a truck driver thing, who knows. But the most important thing is we will be leaving out of Seattle, and we will be seeing some things that we haven't seen before once we get out of the rail export yard here. So yeah, we will get on the highway and get down the road. Luckily, we shouldn't have to worry about our pull too awful much, because this thing is a beast. But what we do have to worry about, unfortunately, is a train. So no need to get on the gas just yet, because we are going to be coming to a dead stop anywho. But it gives me time to welcome you back to American Truck Simulator. If you have been tuning in, thank you so much for your patronage and your views. By all means, like, share, and subscribe. If you really enjoy this series and you want to see more American Truck Simulator in the future, please let me know. I really enjoyed doing this, and it's really cool once again to hear from the Utah natives that are familiar with where I'm going and the deliveries I'm making. It's always very cool to see that interaction for sure. So if you would like, let me know how you've enjoyed this series. Do you like the new International Lone Star, or should I get my Volvo back? All right, so we are going to the left. Yes, indeed. All right, so we are going to be going up north I-5. Sounds good. I do see a lot of International Lone Stars in my area. I wouldn't have known it by name, but as soon as I saw that unique grille, sort of the throwback to the 1950s, it kind of looks like where your trucks had the pointed front ends and it, you know, the huge grills. Definitely an old school feel for sure, and I'm sure some people really like that aspect of the truck. It's a throwback. It's not one of those sleek, you know, meant to cut through the air Tesla polygons that Tesla are putting out. But all right, keeping right to Spokane. One thing about it, leaving at 9 o'clock at night, we're treated to a very nice sunset over the Seattle harbor there, and those cranes are iconic to Seattle. The one time I went through Seattle, I saw those things from a mile away, and if I just saw a screenshot of that, I would think either Seattle or I would think Oakland. Yeah, Oakland has all of those those cranes on its dock. I imagine most ports do.
Keep left and then continue straight on.
All right, left and continue straight. We shall. We'll go ahead and set our cruise for 60,
Go
and right
straight
there
on.
at the bottom, I don't know if you can see it, but right above the international logo, bottom right of the display, it will be 60. And hey, we got the Seattle Mole. So I have not driven through that tunnel before. That is the second tunnel of Seattle that I've driven through, and that completes that achievement. So not only are we going to get the achievement for seeing every city in Utah, but we will be able to see the, or be able to get the Seattle Mole achievement as well. Money-wise, I mean, we're doing okay. Even after buying this truck, I sold one of the old W900Ls that I just randomly purchased for my drivers. Sold one of those, got like 68 grand back, something like that, and
Keep
put
left.
203 grand into the truck. But when you're riding on, I was at 4.4 million at the time. Money is no object, and yeah, it's interesting, this international. I did put the steering wheel ball in the upper left-hand corner of this wheel, a nice red one to sort of go with the feel of the truck, red and black. Pretty cool. I did the paint scheme of the truck before I even saw that I had the ball available to me, so it just made sense to fit it thematically with the truck. Yeah, I think we can go up to 18th here and just cruise at 60 miles an hour above the Snoqualmie River. I know we're heading out towards Spokane, and we'll be actually dipping into Oregon a bit. We're starting to get into our nighttime section of the drive. Thankfully, not a whole lot of traffic on the road. We'll be able to get around this bus just fine. And one thing I'm interested to see is how well this thing can handle the switchbacks that we saw in Oregon. Probably very hilly and mountainous. We're going to need a lot of torque to get up there. Luckily, 603 horses was it out of my Cummins engine, so not bad at all. Yeah, I had to just fast travel between garages to even find this job. Let me get my high beams on. I had to fast travel between garages about 5 or 6 times. I wasted 3 in-game days just hopping back and forth across the country trying to find a job that had, you know, that was nearby, that went to Logan. Logan is like an anomaly. There's only maybe 6 or 7 jobs at any one point in time that go to it. And origin cities, I saw Seattle, I saw Vegas, I saw Sacramento, I saw Salt Lake City, which wouldn't have been a very long episode, but I was in the mood to drive. I wanted to see what this truck was all about. And are you guys going to flash me across the highway? No? Cool. I'll keep my brights on. It's one of those things where I don't think, now correct me if I'm wrong, and I probably am, but legally, you can run your brights if it's a divided highway. But then again, it's probably still a bit of a terrible move, blinding the people from across the 4-lane. You definitely don't want to do it on a 2-lane road, that is for sure. Are we going to have to pull into the way station, though? Oh, that's a fear of mine. Here we go. Keep your fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can get through the way station without stopping. Yes! If you crossed your fingers and your toes and all your phalanges, thank you. We are driving right by this way station. Outstanding. Plus, it's 10:30 at night. It may not be open, but I say that, and there's a truck over there. How cool would it be if we could get through this entire journey without stopping at a scale? But, you know, we can always hope, right? One thing about it, we won't see any brand new views, but we've been down this road before, both literally and figuratively. We've been down this road. All right, there, Lincoln. I guess that's a Lincoln, maybe. A Navigator, possibly. Didn't really see. But truck speed limit is 60, and that's what we're running. And I haven't gotten the final perk of driving yet. The last driving perk that I have to get once I level up is the last tick of eco driving, where you actually save fuel when you're both bobtailing and hauling a trailer. Hopefully that carries over. We have a pretty big fuel tank under this thing, as we have the massive sleeper on the back and we had to extend our chassis out, so no worse for the wear. We shouldn't have to stop too awful much. And a bonus, I haven't seen the crashed cars as a delivery before, so we lucked out there as well. We get to see a new city. We got the new Seattle achievement. Well, a new Seattle achievement for me. And, you know, get to drive a new truck, so a lot of newness going on. Hopefully, we can drive into the daytime pretty far before we have to sleep. We have 17 hours until we get to our destination, so there will be a sleep built in. About to pass Yakima, and I believe, yes indeed, we are turning off here at Yakima, getting off this highway, and I believe heading south, if memory serves. This will be, no, we're heading east down Highway 8297 as we get on the Yakima exit. Hopefully we won't lose so much speed. Sweet, so it's a 2-lane exit. I like it. Exit 110, here we go. I'll go ahead and get that cruise set back up to 60, as we shouldn't have to slow down for this too awful much. And hopefully we can keep this momentum going until we get to Oregon, and I believe the speed limit may increase once we do get to Oregon. We haven't crossed the river yet. We'll pass on the outside of a turn. We definitely won't cut it short though, as the trailer will be dragging behind. And I thought that was going to be another exit that we have to take, but it's really just a circle around this mountain here. All right, big boy, you gonna roll over and let me go? That would be ideal. We might have to gently nudge our way over there. No. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll nudge our way over there. Heading to Notches. And this will be one more notch on our bedposts as far as cities that we're going to be visiting as well. The other achievements that I have left to get in Utah are a bunch of specialty deliveries, like taking 3 loads from a certain dealer or something like that. So I won't do those episodes. We'll consider this one as the finale for now until the next State of American Truck comes out, and I'll work on those achievements in my off time. There was a point not too long ago, I think it was before the Oregon DLC, so yeah, probably a bit ago, but I was at 100% achievement rate for American Truck. I got every single achievement, and I think it was due to the Special Transport DLC. When that first came out in conjunction with, shoot, what state was that? Or was it, no, I think it was just California that I was doing, because you had to take each type of special load, and the boat out of San Francisco was the very last load that I needed to get that achievement. And once I got that, I was at 100%. And then lo and behold, here comes Oregon with their specialty deliveries of deliver lumber to the 3 different mills and all that other stuff that doesn't fit well into an episode, really. Just taking logs to 3 different places. Nice. A lot of drivers leveling up. That's good. And I imagine the drivers leveled up quite a ton in my 3 or 4 day excursion around the country trying to find a job to Logan. But it looks like we have a guy with a beacon up here. Maybe a special transport himself, who knows? Oh, that's irritating. Just off to the left, there's a piece of road that we haven't seen. So we came down this particular stretch of road before. We crossed this bridge, but we haven't crossed the bridge coming back the other way. So we technically have not seen that road over there, even though we just drove by it. Cities are kind of the same way. You'll drive by a city and you'll see it, but you aren't within the city limits, and it's like, nah, you've never seen that city before. It's like, but I took a picture of it. I was right by it. What more do you want from me? What I would like is some sunrise, but we're about 4 hours away from that. So we will drive through the night here and not have to sleep. I want to drive as far as we can because this is an expedient delivery. So they have the bare minimum amount of time sort of configured in. Best case scenario, you know, so if we sleep once, if that's all they want us to do, we have to do that. Of course, right when we go to pass this guy, we have to pull in. So we have to let him go. Is he pulling into the way station? I don't believe he is. Well, that sucks.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Yeah, you better, because we got stopped. Oh, come on now. So we got into the way station, but we have not seen that rest area over there. Nope, nope, nope. We've never seen it before. Oh well, at least there isn't a 100% map discovery achievement, because that would be irritating as all get out. Trying to go down every single little rest area and every single little way station, trying to find the one little stop that you haven't seen yet. Anyway, back up to speed. Kennewick is to our right. We'll be bypassing it on our way to Spokane and Walla Walla, Washington. Yeah, that used to be a running joke in cartoons. Whenever a salesman, and this is back when there were salesmen. Yes, kids, believe it or not, people used to show up at your door with goods and services trying to sell you things. Especially vacuum cleaners. Like Kirby Vacuums was notorious for going in, you know, saying, "Excuse me, ma'am, I have a new vacuum to show you. Can I speak to the man of the house?" Because obviously you're female and you have no buying purchase power and you don't make money and you make poor decisions. And once they speak to the man of the house, they throw a bunch of crap on your carpet, and then they pull out their vacuum cleaner and they give their whole spiel, and then they always end with like the Kirby Company of Walla Walla, Washington. And then they just they strong arm you into trying to buy a vacuum. Just like this guy's trying to strong arm me into running into his back deck lid. Move out of the way. You can merge cleanly, you know. I tell you what. So yeah, salesmen. Nowadays it's Instagram ads and whatnot. Although the Instagram ads, even though they like take up space and you have to flip through them, they don't invade your house and take your time and then not leave until you buy something. You know, I'm an introvert. I don't really like talking to strangers unless I have a reason. So for someone to show up at the door, completely unannounced, that I don't know, trying to get me to do something I don't want to do, that is one of the most uncomfortable situations that I can imagine myself in. So I'm glad that isn't a thing anymore. Although, you know, if I grew up in the 50s and like, you know, door-to-door salesmen were sort of a thing that was expected, I might have a tolerance for it. But I mean, some of those salesmen in ye old days made a ton of money on commissions and whatnot, because they wouldn't take no for an answer. They just wouldn't leave. And then people were so nice back then, they wouldn't call the cops, and even if they did, it'd be like, "But ma'am, he is a salesman. He is supposed to be here. Don't merge in on me." See if I can strong arm my way through here. Ah! No, it's not a lane, but we're coming through. Yeah. To quote the Trade Federation, I don't think that was entirely legal, but we made it legal. All right, so we'll get up to speed here. 65, a little bit better on our speed limit. And passing Pendleton. I haven't seen an Oregon sign yet, so I don't believe we are in Oregon yet. Should be only a matter of time, though. That's a cool looking building. It sucks if people are working that late, though. I don't know what that particular building is, but they seem to be pulling the long hours. Sorry, bus. I was admiring the late workers. Those are who are there in the morning on a Friday at 1:40 in the morning, working diligently. Oh man. I don't know what your problem was. Yeah, I'm glad he got out of the way. But I'm questioning, what exactly was that? Oh, we've been to that Tesla Motors.
Keep right, and then exit right.
All right, so a sharp exit here coming up. We will be getting on
Exit right.
Pendleton Burns.
Keep right, and then turn right.